Hi everyone, my name is Natalie Roth, and welcome back to my channel. And I just start recording, and I just have a visitor that was really observing me from afar, and obviously she had to jump on the bed and to come in the picture. A little while ago, I channeled with, yes, it was with the Akashic record. I wanted to go back in time, like really to go back in time and to know more, to understand more about the time of the what we are calling the dinosaur on planet Earth, how it looked like, or I was very general about dinosaurs on planet Earth. And at the end of it, I finished with the Loch Ness and with the so-called Nessie monster. I don't like to use monster, and you're gonna know why. But yes, so we are gonna start with the dinosaur, and we are gonna end it up with what is going on with the Loch Ness lake monster, what this is all about. I have some answers, or at least what I was allowed to channel, to receive answers, because in some areas I could feel that I purposefully didn't receive everything, but I have enough of understanding. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, to like the video, to share it with others, because I know for a fact that even if me, myself, I will watch videos about all of these topics, that I know other people who are interested, and I want to share them, to share the information. Everything that can be channeled, I want to mention, please stick it or leave it. You can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, and on Fiverr as well for some psychic readings, including channeling, to accompany you and facilitating your journey onto your spiritual awakening of understanding who you are and what this is all about. So we're not going to wait any longer, and we are jumping to the subject as long as I have some natural lighting come in. So not too long ago, I went to the Akashic record, and my main question was, have I been on the planet at the time of the dinosaur? Let's just put it that way. And the answer was yes, I was there. So obviously I wanted to know that, okay, what was I exactly at the time? I saw myself getting into the water, jumping out of the water, getting back into the water, flying into the sky, or through the clouds, and I could feel just pure enjoyment, pure enjoyment of life, just as it is. And I was obviously curious to about that, because at the same time that I had that imprint, that visual in my mind, it was like, was I the kind of, well, birds at that time? And I should have taken the time to search for the human names that was given for, the, I wanted to say the flying machines, the flying dinosaur that we have, that is huge, beak. And anyway, this is the one that I'm referring to, that I had the imprint that I was one of those. And I was like, that's very interesting. I really didn't expect it to be a dinosaur, and to be one of those. So I wanted to know more about that species, but about the dinosaur. I don't remember exactly the questions that I formulated at after that imprint, but I received that what the human are calling the dinosaur is a species that is created, that it's not something extinct. This is a species that is created by the source, and that usually it is brought to a new planet before any kind of intelligent life is developed, is created. That species is holding space. So I wanted to know what to call it, and the name, it could be two different ones. I'm not exactly sure if it's Careiosu or Careiuso. Careiousu, Careiosu, or or Cariuso, Careiuso. I didn't have the answer. So I don't know if it's the name of the species or if it's the name of the realm where they are coming from. It's not a planet because I remember specifically that I asked, is it a planet? Is it even um, a, the Earth, but from a different dimension? And I really had the word realm that came to my mind. I sadly didn't have any more information. Like I said, it's I could feel that there is more behind it, like we said, behind the story, but I didn't have everything for that. This species is brought back on the planet, new planet that has been created. So it has been the case for the planet Earth before any form of intelligent life, any form of intelligent species has really been taking form, because we had at that time intelligence, but more within the water, um, and thread particles, but not really on the surface. And the Carayuso are more there to hold space until that intelligent species is taking over. Who exactly is bringing them? They're brought on the planets, and I'm guessing it's the same on every other planet. Um, I didn't really have a specific clear answer. It's definitely cosmic beings, but I don't know if it's from the Galactic Federation or if it's a different other species who's doing that. But since it's part of the source creation and cycle, I don't know. It's my personal guess to say that it might be from the Galactic Federation, but I really do not take my word for it. I have no idea. It's obviously in some later time I will go back again. There is a specific part that I purposefully keep silent right now, but I'm gonna bring it later on, and you're gonna understand why. So the Carayuso are considered as a non-intelligent species because they are non-intelligent, they are not sentient. They are living and they are reacting on pure primal instinct at feeding themselves, at recreating, reproducing themselves, at defending themselves. And so with what is on the the hierarchy on the scale, like like for instance, in our days, you would say that the tiger is higher on the chain than the chicken would be. So the chicken, I don't think that I really do not see the chicken like going after the tiger and eat the tiger to survive. It's gonna be the other way around. So that's the kind of idea. So it's really more existing on the primal level and primal instinct at just existing. It's not even surviving because it's the only thing that they know, but there is, as not being intelligent, not being sentient, at not thinking, they're just, they hasn't been created to perform, to be this way. So this is just what they are experiencing and nothing more. So they are holding the space for um, intelligent species that going to be developed on the planet or brought on the planet. Since I knew that I've been on Earth at the time with the Carioso, I was questioning. Okay, so was how can I remember that imprint that I had if it's considered as a non-intelligent species? And it's because I was kind of occupying, or you could say it like in a very bad way, like possessing the body of one of the karayosu, so one of those birds. It is not rare, but it's not open for everyone. So, and that part I know for sure that is manage, control, or that is accessible through the Galactic Federation, meaning that other beings, cosmic beings with higher frequency, higher vibration, they can experience the longest, it's really for 48 hours to get into the body of one of those animals and to experience life without thinking, without that sentience, without that intelligence. So to have that feeling of just experiencing that life, whatever their life is, since it's different, since all of the other cosmic beings are sentient and intelligent species, so with thinking and understanding, so it's a different way of life than from a species that is not intelligent. So it's the ability, not the ability, it's not the right word, it's the capacity of being authorized for a short period of time to get into one of those bodies. So it's not all of the carusos. So I bring back, it's the word for a dinosaur. So I'm just saying that I don't know if it's the name of the species or if it's the name of their realm, but that's the word that I receive. When a cosmic being can ask permission to come and experience, asking to the Galactic Federation of Light to do so, well, they're going to see if it's accepted or not. But if they are allowed, it's for a purpose, not only for the experience. They have to observe what is happening at that time on the planet. Is everything seems to be okay? If there is nothing suspicious happening, or it's kind of a observe and report kind of thing. So it's really nothing major because, like I said, at that time, no intelligent species is supposed to be, no other intelligent species is supposed to be on the planet, rather than other than the one still in creation and development. So I wanted to know if that that wanted to experience that, if this is part of school earth, of experiencing it. And the answer that I got was not really. Yeah, it is not part of Earth School because, like I said, Karyu, so they cannot understand that they are not sentient, so they are not going to experience for having a life lesson or life experience. There is no karma lessons created at the state because you don't have the intelligence which exist and come to place after when the intelligent species is here. So it is completely aside from it. Yeah, I said that. Yes. So why I wanted to know, okay, why no longer than 24 hours or 48 hours? It's for the basic thing that every cosmic being that get into a body of one of the Karyuso gonna realize, depending on that animal, that it's extremely boring after a certain amount of time. Just because you don't have that sentience, that ability of thinking, of understanding, of feeling beyond the feeling, if that makes sense somehow. And so it is just getting a bit bored of just experiencing that life for maybe a handful of hours, and then it's like it's getting long. One of the rule, obviously, is when you embody one of the Karyusa body, is really to respect it as a living being. It's not because it's not intelligent, it's not sentience, that you have to use it at your own advantage for whatever you would like to do. And the last time that I had an imprint, or the last time that I've been on Earth, because I went a few times, I have a mixed feeling memory that it wasn't, I couldn't say that I was lucky that I was able to go and be in the body of the Carayusu a few times, because I'm pretty sure that I wasn't the only one granted that permission. But at the same time, it's not like a vacation that you can go back like every here and there. The last time that I've been into the body, the reptilian was already on the planet. So meaning that um, there had been a gap, that I have been there, and in between that gap, the reptilian was there. So at the beginning, I said that I kept something silent, and I'm gonna slide now into how do the Careuso are brought back, or have been brought back on the planet, and especially on Earth, through various portals existing on the planets, and one of them being the Loch Ness Lake. At the bottom of the lake, there is a portal. So that specific information is something that I get previously in a different um, channeling that I did with the Earth Planetary Akash record. So the record of just the planet Earth, and rather than the other one for the Careers of the Dinosaur was just with the Akashic record. The portal at the bottom of the lake of the what is called the Loch Ness Lake is connected to the realm of Careyoso. I tried the other day to get again some information, and I wasn't able to get more, so I decided to do some astral travel, to get out of my body and try maybe to go. So there's sadly not much that I can report just because I've been interrupted. But I remember that I've been able to go through the bottom of the lake, and the feeling that I had going through the portal was gentle. It wasn't a pull or being catapulted. It took a little bit of time, that it wasn't instantaneous, that I was elsewhere. But I remember that I could see that on the other side, I was in some kind of darkness, like, and in water. I couldn't feel the water. I couldn't feel the water, but I knew that it was water, and it was dark, like there is no light from any sun coming in that kind of darkness from within. But I didn't feel, anyway, in my surrounding, I didn't feel any lives. So I went to the surface, and I just checked around, like a periscope, trying to see if I see any lands or anything, and I didn't see anything. It was dark, like if there wasn't any any lights around, and any light from any moon, for instance. So it wasn't pitch black, but it was darkness. So I decided to levitate in order to get to get higher in the sky and to have a better perspective of the surrounding. I could feel at that time, I could feel a bit of the freshness, of the coldness, as much as it was getting higher into the sky. And where I was, there was no clouds. And I don't remember if I've seen any stars, but I was really focusing on looking around, having more my eyes at the horizon, or at the surface of the water, if I can see something. And I just couldn't see anything. And then I was brought back, like, unexpectedly. So what I can say with the portal, because I opened that door, so I need to close it. This is the place where, on that part of the planet, because the Carayuso hasn't been brought on Earth only through the Loch Ness Lake. The portal is still open, and it's still yes, it's still open. It's still active in that way. But Now I want to bring it to what is going on with the lake and the whatsoever Nessie Loch Ness monster, which I'm kind of giving you some pitch, and I'm sure that you know where I'm going with that. That what we are seeing is a Carayuso. This isn't a, yes, you would call it the dinosaur. The dinosaur had a name. It's a Carayuso, and it is not staying in the lake, and it's definitely not staying at the bottom of the lake. When we see what we are calling Nessie, it's because it is, yes, one of the Caruso who's traveling from their realm through the portal to go at the surface, or to observe, to guard, if you want, that portal, but because of the reptilian. So when I got that information, I was like, oh, hold on. I thought that the Caruso are considered as non-intelligent species. So how can they have the notion, the feeling of going at the specific places? But I mean, for protecting it or for guarding it, that doesn't make any sense. And the rest of the answer came. It's because some cosmic being or getting into the body of one of the Karayuso, and since it's a lake, so it's gonna be obviously when Karayuso can go into the water, and they are traveling through the portal, so getting into on Earth and into the Loch Ness Lake. They are checking around, and when they are showing themselves, or even through the vibration that they are emitted within the water, they are significantly reminding the reptilian that this portal is still heavily guarded and that they cannot pass through it. They cannot use this portal. Now you're going to say, why using this portal? And this is an excellent question that I'm going to bring you some answers at some time when I'm going to get some answers myself that I haven't got it yet, because I said that I felt like definitely um, that some parts were kept hidden. This is actually all the mysteries of the Loch Ness monster. It's one of the Karayoso from its origin realm that is traveling through the portal um, with a cosmic being within, so controlling, if you want, and so guarding and sending messages, specific messages to the reptilian that this portal is not available and it's still under control. So I can only guess, and I guess I haven't channeled, so it's me speaking. That it's the Federation and the control of Federation. But this is what this is all about. So it's not a lake with a forgotten dinosaur, the way that it has been named by humans. It's and sometimes it's getting to the surface, and but most of the time it stays underneath, or that it is connected to a different place on Earth, and it's peering elsewhere. Well, the one that we are seeing elsewhere, they are Caruso as well, and they are coming from a different portals. But so now, by saying it, I remember that I think in Japan there is something that has been seen, another one, and I don't remember if it is existing something else in Africa. I think I heard, or maybe I'm not sure. I heard. I think I remember about maybe two other places, and I'm pretty sure for Japan, but I'm not sure for the third one in existence. But this is what this is all about. So it's not that it's boring, it is exciting. For me anyway, I was exciting about that information, that knowledge, that truth about this species existing to hold space until the sentience, the intelligent species on the planet started to develop and takes place. And that it is allowing to specific cosmic being having the authorization to get into, to experience that life of non-intelligence, and really observing and reporting what is going on the planet, since there is this non-intervention universal law in existence. I was always sure that it was a portal that it was opening onto a different, I don't know what it was, a planet or a different Earth dimension. But that's exciting. There is nothing to fear in the way that, unless you are getting aggressive yourself, and why would you like to be aggressive towards such species? It's going to react, but from defending itself as that animal and that level. And obviously, within the download for using an animal that can, a Carajuso that can go into the water, so crossing that portal, it's going to be a species that is capable of, well, let's just be frank, of if it needs, it's going to devour, it's going to snap whoever being is going to come after him. They are not going to send a Carajuso who is a vegetarian, for instance, or that it's a pure primal instinct is to be the chicken, so it's to be eaten, that is not capable of having an aggressive instinct in that way. So not being mean, it's just really about defending their lives. So I thought that it was so cool, that information, and that you can experience getting into the body of how does it feel. And even today, when I remember clearly that imprint of that just pure joy, lightness of being free, of getting into the water, getting out, jumping out. Let me know what are your thoughts about that. If you yourself knew that it was some kind of a portal, or if you thought that it was completely different. I'm really intrigued about your theory. I want to know, so write it down below. Once again, please share the videos, like it. It's really going to help to boost the channel. Subscribe if it hasn't been done, and see you next time with another video.